Hi Aries, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot, here to do your monthly December reading for 2019. And this reading for this month is going to be about head and heart, okay? And I'm doing this reading for the person that you're watching the video for, okay? So where are they in their head and where are they in their heart space, okay? And then we'll take a look at really what is guiding them more. Is it their head or is it their heart? Okay, and we can, assess that at the end of the reading. Okay, so we're going to pull the cards for head first. Whoops. Okay, everything is pre-shuffled. I do one shuffle on camera just so you can see that everything is shuffled. Whoops. And this one wanted to come out. So this is representing where they are in their headspace. Okay, and now we're going to take a look at heart. Where are they in their heart space? All right, and then again, we'll take a look at what is more powerful for them right now. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at head first. All right, so we have 2 of Swords. Look at that. And 9 of Cups. So this is a feeling of really, this is a card of blocking or being at a crossroads. So in their head, there's 2 directions that they can possibly go in, okay? One of those directions is, their heart's desire, all right? What is that other direction that they're thinking about? Obviously, the opposite of their heart's desire is making a choice to go against their heart's desire, all right? And then we have Knight of Swords. And look at the direction this Knight of Swords is going in. It's going towards this person's heart's desire. So even though they're, at a crossroads in their head, it feels to me like their heart is trying to talk to them, and I wouldn't say push them, but I feel like their heart is calling to what it is that they want. Look at 10 of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. This is what's going on in their head, all right? There's really only one dissenting card here, and that's this 2 of Swords. This 2 of Swords, can be very, very powerful, right? When you have a big decision to make, or when you're at a crossroads in your life, it feels very overwhelming. This card, I feel, can have a lot of power over people. And, it can almost... It's like all of these cards here, 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords, and 9 of Cups, it's like they're all working very hard. It's like their heart is trying to override their head. And it's like they're struggling with it because these cards can make them feel vulnerable, right? When you acknowledge what your heart's desire is, even if you say it out loud, even if they say it out loud to somebody, it makes them feel vulnerable. Think about that, if there's somebody that you've ever had a crush on, you almost get a little bit sheepish when the first time you say it out loud to somebody, right? But to say it to the actual person, I mean, that is very, very, very difficult for some people. You know, this Knight of Swords here, in his head, he's, when he's having these conversations with himself, in his head, he's saying, let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's go after my heart's desire. But what if, what if, what if is the overriding question that this person has going on in their head. Let's go towards what I can clearly see will bring me emotional fulfillment in every aspect of my life. Happiness, joy. Joy actually is above happiness. Joy is when you just go through your life finding joy in the small everyday things. When everything is in place in your life, for the most part, some small problems here and there, but when everything is in place, that can be happiness, but joy is a step above, in that because you have that overall happiness, you find joy in the smallest things. Like for me, it's a super fizzy Coke at McDonald's. That brings me a ton of joy. When the fountain drinks aren't fizzy, it's like, why'd I even bother? I mean, if I ever go to McDonald's, it's because I love the fizzy Diet Cokes, okay? And when they're not fizzy, it's like, why did I even bother? All right? So this person, is thinking about what that fizzy feeling feels like. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, actually. They're imagining what that feels like. But this just really keeps them in that crossroads energy. I'm going to pull a card for the Two of Swords here. King of Pentacles. It's, King of Pentacles is, a very, very strong king. He knows he has a lot to offer. The hard part is over for this person, okay? Because he knows what he wants to give to. He does, okay? He knows what he wants to be generous to. Look, he's looking right down at the Nine of Cups. He knows that he wants to give to his heart's desire. He knows that he wants to move quickly towards this. He knows and he can imagine what, emotional happiness feels like. All right. The challenge here is, will it be accepted? At the end of the day, that's the fear, that's the challenge. I don't feel like this person is, fear always stems from something in our ego, but I don't feel like this person is in a highly, egotistical state, because they can see it, and if you can see it, if you can see it and feel it, you can have it. All right. I feel like it's around this person's core belief in some way. Because, there's nothing here like that's stopping this person really from making the decision. Like, this is the strongest card in this portion of the reading, because it's what's stopping this person up. Okay? So let's take a look at where they are in their heart space. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Three of Wands. I feel like this person is, it's like their heart, they have an expectation in their heart of this Nine of Cups. Okay, this is what their expectation, truly is. The Seven of Wands, I feel like what this is doing here, it's like justifying. Their heart is justifying what their head is doing right now, which is keeping them in this Two of Swords. They're spending a lot of time justifying not doing what their heart, is telling them to do. So, if they're talking to their friends, their friends might say, well, what's going on with that Aries? And, their response is, well, it's something that I really want. It's something that I really, I feel strongly for Aries. But, I don't know if Aries is going to make time for me. I don't know if they're going to, be open to me. I don't know if they're going to reciprocate this. It's defending, not listening to their heart. All right, so we have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups says that, from a heart standpoint, that this person's heart knows that there is love here. This person, at the core of it, isn't listening to their heart, isn't listening to their intuition right now. They have the heart, their heart has this expectation of Nine of Cups. But why would they be defending, not following their heart? And we do it all the time, right? If a job opportunity comes along that, just looks fantastic, would work perfectly with our life, would, give us the financial support that we need in our life. And, it could be a job that we really want to do. And sometimes we find ourselves in that place of, well, it's going to require, a lot more work from me, or it's going to require, a lot of travel. We focus on the reasons of why not to do something, even if it's something that we really want to do. So I feel like this right here is a very important row in this particular reading. All right, so we have the Empress. So what does their heart want to do? It wants to nurture this situation. It wants to grow this love. This is the heart's expectation in this person. They want this to grow. They want this to be, something that feels special. They want this heart's desire to come into fruition. Okay? With the Empress here, this person could see you as, their heart sees you as that ideal partner, as that ideal woman that can bring this emotional happiness. Not only emotional happiness, but joy. Okay? Bringing the fizz, so to speak. Okay? Right now, I feel like this card is extremely powerful in this reading. If this card were to turn over, truly, I would say that the heart wins. But until this card is reconciled, it's the card that's holding all of this up. All right, so I'm going to pull some additional cards here, some oracle cards on this person's headspace, okay? All right, so let's see what we have. Okay. I hope what I see on social media is not true. All right. So this card, this could be actually adding to this person's confusion or crossroads because they might be seeing something on your social media that they're hoping isn't true. Meaning, they might see that you're getting ready to move, or they might see that you're standing in a bar with, 3 people that could be your significant other. Okay. This is adding to the fear, and this is why I always say be careful what you post on social media because it's always open for interpretation. And I feel like some type of interpretation is happening around your social media with this person, which is causing or adding to this Two of Swords here. All right, so we have the whip and the broom, okay? So this person, I feel, is absolutely torturing themselves, within this decision, because this can be a card of abuse. And in this particular case, in this type of reading, I would read it as self-abuse. Between this 7 of Wands here and that 2 of Swords, I feel like this person is kind of keeping themselves in almost a little bit of a self-contained imprisonment with this decision. It's like they're trying to justify why they're not following their heart to themselves. Look at that. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I almost feel like, this indecision, like this person is dependent on defending why they're not following their heart. Have you ever not followed your heart, and has it ever kept you up at night? I feel like that's what's going on here for this person. It's just driving them crazy. It's driving them crazy because their heart is clearly speaking to them, but there might be false evidence out there that is keeping them from following their heart to the fullest extent. Okay? So, I feel like that's what's going on for this person in December. So this might be something that you can do something about here. Let's see, advice from Spirit. We have 6 of Wands and 5 of Wands. Okay, so here's what I feel like the advice here is. If this person in any way perceives that there is competition for your affection, in order to have victory, or in order for this person to get out of this 2 of Swords, 7 of Wands energy, try to remove that energy. Try to remove factors or something that's might be misconstrued as competition. 5 of Wands. That will help. I truly feel like that will help this person, because this person, I feel, sees some type of competition out there for your affections. And it's, it's got them caught and stuck in their head. This isn't something that they're going to come out and say to you. This isn't, you might hear it through the grapevine that this person is concerned about this, but, more often than not, it's something that's never shared. It's never talked about. You know, this person eventually just goes in another direction because their fear got the best of them. So, if there's anything that you can do to help them, is to remove anything on social media or, you know, anywhere that gives a false perception that you could be happy somewhere else right now, because I feel like that could be that could be a big hindrance here, because I feel like this person is going through a lot in their head when it comes to you. Hey, hey, Barney. Oh, jeez. Well, luckily, Aries, the reading is almost over, but I wanted to share one thing with you. Hey, be quiet. I will be doing same day readings on Thursdays. So every Thursday in December, that might change in January, I don't know. But Thursdays are a good day for me this month, hopefully a good day for you. And, you know, when I say same day reading, that means, you know, you should have your reading that day with between 3 and 5 hours. Could be sooner, but, you know, I know when people want their reading, they want it right then and there. So, you know, I'm doing my best to make those accommodations for you, especially during this month of the holidays and giving and receiving, right? So yeah, if you want to take advantage of that, all the details are in the description box below. All right, guys, that's what I have for you for the month of December. And you can also expect your weekly readings this week as well. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.